What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Hustle and Heat podcast. My name is George, your host, and Hustle and Heat, where we bring the community together, one public official, one entrepreneur, one restaurateur at a time. Today is episode 14, and we'd like to welcome a special guest. This guest is a former Northport commissioner. She is getting the key to the city next week, and she is very well involved in the community. Everybody loves her. Everybody knows her. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome Miss Jill Luke. Jill, it's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, George. I appreciate the invite, and that's humbling what you said. Thank you.
It's the truth. I could have kept going.
Well, I love Northport, and I love the people in Northport. I've always stated that the greatest asset we have in this city is the people. And so I've been blessed to meet so many of them and work with so many. It's just been wonderful experience. Great life.
Great life. Well, how long were you born and raised here?
No, I was born and raised in Michigan.
And when did you move here?
83.
Wow, you've been here a long time, huh?
Well, in Florida, 83. I came to Northport in 2009.
What brought you to Northport?
Work, believe it or not.
What were you doing for work?
Generally, it's the opposite. You know, people in the city go outside. Well, I was in the Osprey area and was hired to operate a new business called Patriot Storage. At that point in time, they were the two largest buildings in the city. They were 3 stories tall. The fire department and the police department trained dogs. They trained how to scale the walls and stuff because it was the largest buildings. So I was hired to get that business off the ground.
Wow. So everyone knows you in the city. You obviously gain the keys to the city next week. I remember when I first opened 5 years ago, everyone would talk about you, and I don't remember the first time I met you, but I always wondered who was Jill, who's Jill, because I always knew Jill Luke. I knew that name.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
It makes me want to tear up how successful and such an entrepreneur you have been from those beginning days. I mean, to look around this restaurant and see what you have accomplished is incredible. You'll be catering the Meals on Wheels event in April for us.
And we're doing a Meals on Wheels fundraiser here at Dub's Barbecue.
That is true. You're doing one in, well, both of them are in April, aren't they? One's April 9th, the celebrity bartending.
Yeah, we're going to do celebrity bartenders here. I don't remember. It's either the 9th or the 17th or 16th.
I hope it's the 9th.
I don't remember what date we picked because we were bouncing back between 2 different dates, and I know.
All right, we better double check that.
Yeah, I know Ken had to change something up. But we're going to do a fundraiser for Meals on Wheels. 10% of our proceeds are going to go to Meals on Wheels. We're trying to get all the celebrity bartenders we can get and really just advertise it, pack the house. Hopefully we can have a line out the door and just...
Well, that's because of you. And it's because you come into the city digging into a business. You've opened a second business, correct?
Yeah, but unfortunately I'm no longer affiliated with the tea place.
Well, you still opened it.
Yep.
I mean, that shows that entrepreneur spirit. It's people like you that we have in Northport that makes Northport what it is. Second fastest growing city in the nation.
I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
I have always admired your spirit and what you do and bring to the city, and helping out nonprofits, doing the bartending event for us. So thank you.
I try my best, and my thing was when I first opened, I never said no.
Correct.
Someone needed a donation, no problem.
That is the same philosophy I had when I came to open that business. I never said no. 2009 was that Great Recession.
Yep.
And everybody was hurting at that point in time, but I didn't say no. I wanted to collaborate. I wanted to help. Who I am inside, I care about everything. And so I was caring about other people's businesses too. So your heart and my heart match.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I think that's what helped me get big too. I mean, it was just a part of it. Just like anything anybody needed, I always said yes. And even if I didn't have it, I said yes.
Well, you were bringing something to the city that the city didn't have.
Yeah.
You know, they were really asking for a business like yours. So you filled a niche that there was a great need in, and then expanded from it. So
Yeah, I did, yeah.
congratulations.
I appreciate that, and honestly, the way the city supported me throughout the times, and you know, we opened during COVID, you opened during the recession. It's kind of weird, right? And
Well, as I said, we've got things that match.
yeah, and you know, COVID didn't bother me. I mean, we were at like 50% occupancy, but we still killed it. We still did a good job, and
Well,
when we-
you took. I mean, people could come pick up at the door and stuff like that during COVID too, right?
Yep.
I thought I remembered that.
Yeah, we put
Yeah.
a table by the door, I think.
Correct.
If I remember right. Damn, I forget about those days.
Well, you stay busy, and when you stay busy, you forget some
Yeah,
things.
that's the thing about
Yeah.
being a person in my position is you're always going, and you just never really think or look back, and
I know.
you don't remember what you say yes to, you don't remember what you say no to,
Yeah.
and it just
But if you stay consistent to who you are, you don't have to worry about what you said,
that's true. That's very
because it's
true.
going to be consistent. It's going to be honest, and it's the truth. It's the people who lie or deceive that have to pay
100%.
attention.
100%, you're right, and I try my best not to lie. I mean, we're never perfect, but my thing
Oh, I've
is,
fired people for lying to me.
yeah. Man, if I would fire people for lying to me, I'd have no employees.
You'd find people like yourself.
It's hard.
I know work ethic kind of lacks.
It's hard.
But yeah.
But I am very blessed with the staff that I do have right now, and you know, we went through some hard times, and we're picking back up. I feel like we're doing good right now, and but it's just part of life, part of running a business.
Well, Northport, you need to support George.
Yeah, you let them know.
Yeah.
So tell us about you. What makes Jill? Like, why do you help the community out so much?
I think I already spoke toward that by saying I care.
Yeah.
And it, immediately when I came in 2009 with the recession going on, it connected me to so many people. And it will bring tears to my eyes because you feel them. You see what they're going through. And with a storage unit, I not only dealt with companies or organizations, I dealt with people and what families, the struggles that they were going through. Homeless. I mean, we had 600 to 800 homeless children at that point in time during the Great Recession. The Backpack Angels started at my storage facility. They're going strong still. I would have like markets for the businesses in the area or the organizations to come and showcase what they do. My facilities were open for open houses or whatever they might want to do because I had a heart to them, to their purpose. It takes all sorts of people, all sorts of businesses and organizations to make a city function and fulfill all the needs within it. And I understand that. So my heart has been toward making it, everybody fit each piece to that puzzle.
That's awesome. And Northport is blessed to have you. I know you do a lot for this community. Since 2009, we're in 2026. What's your most fond memory?
Serving as commissioner.
Yeah, talk to us
Yeah.
about it.
I have such a diverse background. By the time I went into office, I had 23 years of mid and upper level management, and it was in a lot of different areas, recreation, education, national and international companies, retail, just wide variety, even a little bit of self-ownership also too. So my experience level was extreme. And so it helped me when I went into office. I was able to pull from those different areas to understand the different departments and the makeup within the city. But again, I was able to help form the city, set a future for the city, help the people or the businesses who needed help, to be the voice for them, to stand as that mediator between maybe the city, the government itself, and their need. So it was my niche. I just absolutely love doing it. Miss it. I really miss it.
How long were you in office for?
5.5 years. I filled in for a year and a half. I had to be elected, so I had to run. That's when I met Christian. I had to run for that first year and a half, and then I had to rerun for a 4-year term. When I finished the last 4-year term, I exited that life to take care of my mother. She had dementia and was legally blind. So
Sorry to hear that.
she passed. I had her 1.5, 2 years, thereabouts, and she passed. So I dove back into working with the nonprofits at that point.
Is that what you're doing now?
Yes. I'm trying to pull back a little. In July, I was involved in 15 different board of directors and committees.
15?
15 different board of directors and committees. And it was just too much. I mean, drafting bylaws and manuals and procedures and policies, job descriptions, incorporation papers and stuff, just so much of the governance type of things. So I needed to pull back to get a little bit of my own life back. So
How many are you a part of now?
5 or 6.
You dropped a lot.
Yes.
So what are the 5 or 6 that you're a part of?
Oh, definitely Meals on Wheels. I'm chairman of the board for Meals on Wheels, so we addressed that one already, what you're doing for us to help us out. So that one, I took the reins a year ago, last February, and I am so proud of that organization. When believe it or not, it was established in 1972, and it was totally volunteer. There wasn't the structure of a professional organization, and so been able to work to develop all of that, where we've got an executive director that's full-time and 5 part-time workers. Average about 20 hours a week for those guys, and over 200 volunteers. It's quite in-depth, but the professionalism of it, getting the policies so that everybody knows what they're to do, and you protect yourself legally. Of course, my mind goes to there because I've run enough businesses. You have to be able to protect yourself. So that's the main one. Still involved with Teen Court. I was on their board, but stepped off of that, but I still work with our court here in Northport. It's the 4th Monday, and I'm glad you asked this because we could use some volunteers. The 4th Monday of every month for our court in Northport. It is to give kids a second chance when they have made a mistake. Junior high, senior high age kids, they do some things, oftentimes it's because of peer pressure. They end up goofing up, and they could actually get charged with something, and that's going to stay on their record if they are. So they can elect to go to teen court, and it washes that free. There is no record of what they have done. Theft, fighting, vaping, smoking, those types of things that go on in the schools or that. And so it gives them that second chance so that their record isn't damaged, and they can still go on even into the military or a career where they're not stained because of their youth. So it gives them a second chance, and it's not adults, you did wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's other teens that judge them. So there's a volunteer group of teens that are the attorneys, the defense attorney, the prosecuting attorney, you have clerk of court. Everybody is the teens. The jury are teens, and they judge the case. They're
So the jury are teenagers?
yes, they are.
Wow.
A lot of them, probably half of them, have gone through the court themselves, and that's part of their punishment. They have to sit in certain amount of jury duties. And so those guys are smart. I mean, they can tell when somebody's pulling the wool over, somebody's eyes. Great at their deliberations. But they hear the case, they go back, they deliberate, they come back and give a verdict, and then they decide what the punishment will be. Certain amount of community hours, certain amount of jury duties. If they put counseling in, there's another camp that they might go to, Camp X-Ray, which shows them a whole lot of what might happen to them if they continue down that path. But we are in need of some adults to volunteer. I am a host. So when the teen attorney takes the client out to talk to him or that, I am there for the family. I answer their questions, because you cannot be in the courtroom when another child is being tried, another case is going on. So I am there to guide the family, answer their questions and stuff. And then there's an adult that just goes and sits in the deliberating room and make sure everything is okay. So we need a couple of volunteers to help out.
So what are the hours that you need from these volunteers?
They start at 5 o'clock, and we're usually done before 7:30.
And you said every fourth
Fourth Monday,
of the month?
yes.
All right. Maybe I'll come by one day.
I would love to have you.
Yeah, I'll come by
Okay.
at 5 o'clock, fourth Monday. What's the next date?
March.
March? All right, I'll put it in my calendar before you leave.
Thank you. Thank you so very
No
much.
problem.
Extremely rewarding. We have kids who have been clients, go through it, and it puts them in a different atmosphere and environment than maybe what they have at home life or that peer group that they have at school, and they see a difference. And they like the way it makes them feel because they're making good, smart choices. There's drug testing and everything goes on also too. So some of these kids have ended up being attorneys.
Yeah?
Yes. And then we hand out, actually, next Wednesday, we have scholarship night. 18 different teens receive scholarships for college. And those teens that started out as a client, ended up an attorney, they're getting a scholarship. It's phenomenal.
So you're changing these kids' lives by
Yes,
accountability.
yes.
So when they go through the teen court, what is their punishment other than jury duty?
Community hours.
Yeah?
Yes. So we are in need of organizations or businesses that will have kids sweep floors, do dishes, whatever like that, to get community hours. And you just write it off, on a sheet of paper that they did X amount of hours and stuff. So, but as I said, sometimes they have to go to counseling or go to Camp X-Ray. Camp X-Ray, kind of like a boot camp, and sometimes they take them to the jail, sometimes they end up at the morgue to see what consequences are for, staying in the line of crime. But it's extremely rewarding.
I bet it is.
Yeah, and it affects the families too, because the family might be having a hard time with the kid because of their peer circle, who they're with. And so when they see their child change, it changes the dynamic of the family too. So extremely rewarding organization.
That is rewarding. I'm definitely going to come by and see what it's like.
I will send you all the information.
Yeah, please do. So what does it mean to you to get to the key to the city?
It's humbling.
Are you excited?
I'm humbled. There's an excitement, yes, but then there's this humbleness, because I couldn't be me without everybody else and everything that I've been through in this city. I couldn't be me. So I was given an opportunity to develop and to be who I am because of this city. So yeah, I might be getting a key to the city, but it's because of everybody else.
Yeah, I get that. So the city made you who you are. It made you want to be better, huh?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Especially going into the role of commissioner, kind of did a teen court thing to me. Made me want to do better, be better. So I might walk away with a key, but the key belongs to everybody else.
That's true. I like that. I like that a lot. How does one become a commissioner?
A lot of guts.
A lot of guts, huh?
Oh, campaigning is torturous.
Is it really?
Oh, my word. 3 weeks in, I was ready to quit.
Why?
Because people will lie and distort, and I wasn't maybe expecting that. When you have opponents or that and they run against you, and not necessarily the opponent might do anything, but their group that follows them or supports them, I had them telling the lie that I had embezzled from hey Jared, lying that I had embezzled money from my company. And that is so far from the truth. And how do you prove, a lie like that? It's just incredible. But without going into a whole lot, unless you want to go there, I have been abused in my earlier life. And being a victim, I had that victim mentality. I had been attacked in my home. And that feeling of being the victim again, because every time I turned around, somebody was lying or coming at me and doing this stuff, and it was this victim feeling that I had coming over me, and I just wanted to pull away from it. I didn't want to deal with it. But when I realized that it was my psyche, that it was the victim feeling coming back again, I'm like, Jill, you're not a victim, you're a victor. You've been through this, you've won it, you can handle this. And then straightforward.
So what advice would you give to people who've been through things that you've been through as a child or in your younger life?
Well,
moving forward,
anybody that has gone through abuse, PTSD, anything like that, get counseling. Get counseling. The counseling that I had allowed me to see who I was so that I could rise up out of that. I had to leave some of the training from my childhood in the rearview mirror. I had to develop who I was and what I wanted to be, or who I wanted to be going forward. And to learn that some of those choices and decisions that I made caused it. and admit that, I had a part to play in it too. So the counseling helps. And the lady that I went to, she fed me books. I just ate up books like crazy. But I was being set free. It was like being in this cage, tied up, chained up. And as I read and learned more, the ties just kept coming untied so that I could be free and I could choose for myself. So definitely get the counseling, because you need probably that third person that's out there to look at you objectively, openly, objectively. We don't look at ourselves objectively. We sugarcoat everything for ourselves, so yeah. And then if you can find people that have been through it too, talk with them. It's been a blessing to be able to share with other ladies who've been through similar situations.
So you have talked to other ladies who've been through similar situations and
Yes, sir.
reach out to them and
The universe sometimes just puts you where you need to be at that
that's
point in
100%
time.
true.
And I've had so many say, I can't believe somebody like you allowed or lived through that. You seem so strong now. How could you have been so weak? And the truth is, yes, I was. Now I am now. You can be too. Everybody can rise from where they're trapped, where you're held, and rise up out of it. So it's an encouragement. If I can do it, so can anybody. My track record was pretty rough. So
At least you're honest about it.
yeah, so if I can do it, they can too. I am actually an introvert. When I get around people, the atmosphere in that energizes me, but I am actually an introvert that could easily just play in the yard and stay at home. And so the desire to help others, or the energy that goes on when you're with a group of people, enters into me. But I'm at heart an introvert.
So when you're at home, do you like garden? Do you just
I love being outside.
yeah?
Oh my goodness. I love plants and trees and anything in nature. I love the universe, love science, love math. So yeah, all of that stuff is just awesome to me.
What else about you do you want people to know?
Love comes to mind.
Yeah?
Yeah. We need more love in this world. We need more acceptance. And love is my religion, my God. And to me it's the force that holds everything together in the universe. Kind of like gravity. And we need it. And to me, the opposite of love is fear. So you have to realize the choice of whether to be afraid or whether to love. And to me, love is the greatest. So that's my philosophy of life, is to love and to be love, be an example of love.
So when you talk about fear, what exactly are you trying to say? There's love and then there's fear. What does the fear entail?
Well, a lot of people think the opposite of love is hate, but generally hate stems from fear. I mean, you look at people who have bigotries and stuff like that, they have a hatred that builds in because they're afraid of that other kind that's different from them. And so it's a fear that rises within. So it's not really fear that's the opposite of love, or not hate is the opposite of love. It's the fear that develops the hate.
So you think You think the fear makes people hateful? Is what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yes. If they weren't ever fearful, why would they hate?
That's true.
I mean, fear is at the core of anything really violent. Afraid of losing control, afraid of not being better than the next one beside them, afraid of not understanding another culture or religion, and so they lash out. So get educated, understand, be diverse. Yeah, let's love each other.
That's deep. That's a deep philosophy there, Jill.
Well, welcome to Jill.
I guess you're right. I mean, we're all, the way I see it is we're all humans. Everyone has their own culture, and
Correct.
you know, you still have people out there who are a little racist, and I don't understand racism because I don't really look at race. I look at the person and who they are as a person. You know.
I actually embrace the other cultures. I can learn from them.
Mhm.
There are some cultures that are just phenomenal, and I would like to take on. I remember back in the day when there was so much black and white controversy going on, riots and all that sort of stuff. There is a culture within the black community that loves their elders, respects their elders. They walk down the street and they look at each other and they say hello, they greet one another. I was envious of that culture. I was a coach for Little League, and I had to go into the ghetto to pick up some of the boys and take them home after the Little League games. And I was just so enamored by how they treated one another and the elderly. And I didn't see that in my culture. So I love diversity. I love learning. Yet the individual, you judge them by who they are, but their culture is very interesting to me.
Yeah, that is true. I've always wanted to go around the world
Yes.
and see different cultures myself.
Me too. Cruises.
Cruises? I've never been on a cruise.
You've never been on a cruise? I've only been on one.
How was
But
it?
It was awesome. It was
Yeah?
awesome, yeah. But I went down to Mexico for a vacation, and God, I fell in love with those people. Again, culture. I got in with the scuba divers, and they took me around Cancun and showed me their Cancun, not the tourists. So I got to see them, their world. And generations would be in the same household. I mean, in America, we were shoving the kids out at 18 years old, to get rid of them. And they had, I just fell in love with that
That's
culture.
how our culture is in the Middle East, too.
I got on the plane to leave 7 days later, and tears were running down my eyes.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I didn't want to leave them. They were so awesome.
Well, Christian's making us wrap this up. So,
Sorry I did so much talking.
that's what you're here for. Anything else you want to get off your chest to the people? Say
No,
to the
just-
people.
Just thank you, Christian. Thank you so very much. You've done a lot for me and for this community. Thank you.
He does a lot, right?
He does. He
Yeah.
does, and a lot of his
I'm
stuff is
surprised he doesn't
behind.
have a hairline like mine.
Well, he does a lot of the stuff he does is behind the camera or
Mhm.
behind the scene, and a lot of people don't see what
What he does.
Christian has done. Yeah, I've known him since 2016. Kind of watched him grow up.
You've watched a lot of people grow up, Paul.
I have.
Well, Jill, it was an honor having you on, and I'm proud of you, and I'm proud that you're going to get the key to the city next week, and
Thank
I hope
you.
it goes well. I hope it's a great day for you. You deserve it.
I
and
hope it's a good day for all of us,
Yeah,
because as I
100%.
said, it's all of us in my heart, it's all of us.
100%. Well, thank you, and I hope you have a great day today. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe.